On 30th April 2025, Progress Singapore Party Secretary-General Leong Mun Wai publicly accused National Development Minister Desmond Lee of failing to respond to PSP's repeated queries about the nation's housing policies. Speaking during a campaign event in Jurong West Street 91, Leong criticized the government's approach to public housing, particularly the rising cost of housing and development board flats. Leong reiterated that HDB prices, including those for built-to-order flats, are escalating too rapidly under the current system. He warned that without systemic change, affordability will continue to deteriorate for ordinary Singaporeans. Under the current system, HDB prices, including BTO prices, are not going to stop rising at such a rapid pace. So we have to actually talk about some real solutions, Leong stated. He argued that existing government measures, such as the Selective En Bloc Redevelopment Scheme and the Voluntary Early Redevelopment Scheme, are ineffective in addressing lease decay concerns for homeowners. Leong criticized the ongoing effects of lease decay on older flats, suggesting that the consequences are already manifesting in the property market. He questioned Desmond Lee's commitment to solving the issue. "I don't know what Minister Desmond Lee is doing. Maybe he's still monitoring. But how long do you need to monitor?" he asked. "A lot of old Singaporeans who own old HDB flats are suffering. Come up with a solution." Turning to municipal concerns, Leong raised the issue of outdated lifts in Jurong Spring, claiming they have not been upgraded in over 20 years. He described the lifts as being inadequate for daily use, especially for elderly and wheelchair users. The size of the lift is only enough for one wheelchair to go in and then take one more person. How come over the last 20 years, the government didn't upgrade all of these lifts in Jurong Spring? He said. I request Minister Desmond Lee to give a definitive answer." Leong went on to accuse the government of totally distorting the original purpose of public housing and invited Desmond Lee to publicly debate this point. The PSP team contesting West Coast Jurong West GRC includes Leong, Tan Cheng Bork, Hazel Poa, Sumaleki Amja, and Sunny Ismail. He urged all political parties to make their housing policies transparent during the campaign. "In an election campaign, I think all parties have a responsibility to actually tell the voters what we are offering," he said. In response later, on 30th April, Desmond Lee, who leads the People's Action Party team in the same constituency, rejected claims of silence on housing issues. Lee stated that he had addressed national housing concerns on multiple occasions throughout the ongoing campaign, including during a constituency manifesto launch on 23rd April, a media interview on 25th April, and again at a PAP rally 2 days later. These are topics that PM Lawrence Wong has spoken about, and public housing is a part of the PAP National Manifesto, said Lee. Lee acknowledged the affordability concerns voiced by Singaporeans and linked the recent price surges to the COVID-19 pandemic, which had triggered the worst construction crisis in decades. He stated that the government had since completed delayed projects and significantly increased the supply of new homes. "The market will stabilize, and we will be able to provide more affordable housing," Lee said. He also stressed the importance of the Standard, Plus and Prime flat model, introduced in 2023, saying it would keep desirable flats accessible for young Singaporeans. Lee added that the government is exploring more options to support higher-income young couples and singles in securing public housing. The day ended with Leong responding to Lee's statements, accusing the minister of failing to provide new or meaningful responses during the occasions he cited. Leong maintained that PSP has been transparent about its housing proposals and reiterated the need for a concrete plan from the ruling party. He challenged Lee to clearly outline solutions to reduce HDB prices, shorten BTO waiting times, and resolve lease decay concerns. "I think the Prime Minister and Minister owe Singaporeans answers to these questions during this election campaign, because Singaporeans will be thinking of these questions when they are casting their vote on 3rd May, Leong concluded.